guys! I have a surprise today. It is October 24th, which means I get to finally reveal my cover for my Proof of a Heart of Gain. Let me tell you guys, I have been counting down the days for this. This proof came in, oh man, August? Something like that. I have no idea. The days all blurred together. But if you've been following me on social media, you know what this is. This is going to be my updated version of A Heart of Gain, which is my book baby. I'm going to talk about it for just a second, and then I'm going to reveal the cover to you guys. So this is what it originally looked like when I published it back in 2017. Let me just say that I started this book in, I believe, the summer of 2013, right before my senior year of high school. So that gives you an idea of how long this took. I did publish it through Amazon's self-publishing company, which at that point was CreateSpace. I know now it is Kindle Direct Publishing, which I will be going back through, obviously, to publish the second version of this book. But I just want to talk about this one real quick. A lot of you I know have this version of the book, which I'm totally grateful for. I love that you guys have this project that has been so special to me and just so eye-opening to even begin just to explain. However, there are some more scenes in the second edition. There's a whole new chapter. I won't give too much away because that is spoilers, and I hate to be one of those people. But yeah, guys, I'm excited. I did open this beforehand just to double check, to make sure that the cover didn't get ruined at all. Just because I designed the cover myself. I designed it in a way that matches its sequel book, which is Soul of Gang, which if you were following me last November, I wrote that as my Nano Project. That was really fun. I attempted to write 50,000 words in 30 days. Glad to say that I did do it. I did accomplish that. May have lost my mind just a little bit. If you've done it, you know what I'm talking about, especially with, you know, the holidays. You know, Thanksgiving is right there in the middle of November, or towards the end of November. I work retail, so usually when November 1st hits, it's our busiest time. You know, everyone's out Christmas shopping and whatnot. So, yeah. Excuse me for, you know, all this. I'm exhausted. You know, I was up early because I couldn't sleep. I think it was nerves, just because I'm a little anxious and excited to show you guys my book. So I'm going to stop blabbering on, and I'm just going to show you guys the book. So this, oh my god, guys, when I tell you that I'm in love with this cover, I am in love with this cover. I think I did a really good job design-wise, and I just love how it turned out. The color really pops on it. So this is the new cover to A Heart of Gain. Obviously, this gray strip won't be here. This is just a proof copy. But look at it. I can't really tell. You can't really see it, but oh, all right. These white specks here. That is snow, which I'm gonna explain the cover, but I just want you guys to know that that is not a misprint or anything like that. But here's the book in all of its glory. Look at that. Look Look at that. I love it. So I'm going to do a little comparison real quick. Excuse my dog. She likes to bark at everyone who goes in and out of the apartment complex. So, Stella, that's enough. You're okay. So here are my books side by side. You can see that I did go with a shorter trim for this version. You can see they are pretty similar in size. But there you go. That is my book in both its forms. This version is no longer available to purchase. I did take it down off of Amazon. You can pre-order this version, which I will get to in just a moment. I do want to talk a little bit more about this version. So I decided to revamp A Heart of Gang simply because the first version is not at 50,000 words. I think it's just below 40. So it's not technically a novel. And while I was writing a Soul of Gang for Nano last year, I was running into a lot of plot holes from the first book that I couldn't exactly address in the second without backtracking. So I figured out a couple different ways to include those plot holes in this version and to actually like fix, not technically like not fix them, but like fill them in a way that made sense, and that while it may not be explained obviously out in the open in A Heart of Gang, you can make that connection in A Soul of Gang. So I thought that was really cool that I was able to do that. Now with this cover, I changed it because obviously I did the cover for A Soul of Gang for Nano, and I actually wanted to keep them like kind of similar because I really liked how that cover turned out, which that once A Soul of Gang is done, obviously I'll do another video like this, cover reveal and all that whole process. But I want to talk this one because there are a few changes to this cover. So real quick, the title, A Heart of Gang, is actually a play on words. If you ever heard the phrase, a heart of gold, I took that and I made it A Heart of Gang because I feel like it really fits the concept of this story. Not concept, but like the plot between my two main characters, Jade and Paul. So, oh, excuse me. So I decided, it was really interesting to see. I know, a lot of my author friends, you guys will understand this. When you try to come up with a really good title that's not taken by somebody else, or that fits the theme of your story to begin with in some way, shape, or form, when you finally get that, aha, that's my title moment, it feels right. I think my eyes lit up when I came, to this decision, because I love silly puns. I love word plays, and I think like that really captured what I wanted. So real quick, I'll start here. So this girl, this faceless girl here, this is supposed to be kind of what I think Jade looks like. She has long dark brown hair, kind of like what I do. It's more wavier than mine. But I thought that like that was a good physical appearance feature for her, because she comes from an Italian family just like myself. And I just really like how it turned out because, like, her green is, like, her favorite color. So she wears a lot of, like, this would be, like, her favorite sweater. And that's just kind of like a behind-the-scenes little Easter egg. It's not, you know, super important to the story. But I thought it was just something fun and interesting to add. The pink carnation here is also Jade's favorite flower, which kind of has a significant, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess a significant role throughout the story. Paul sends her flowers. He never signs the card, so it's just like a secret admirer kind of thing. But I did that because pink carnations are also my favorite flower, and that has a really deep, like, a meaningful connection to me as a person, which I'll talk about that more later in another video, like get to know me kind of thing. But if you're immediate family, you will kind of see or remember the story behind the pink carnations, why I love them so much. This little gun here represents Paul, Jade's love interest, as well as his family and like the mafia that he's in. Yeah. It also represents a really important scene in this book when it comes to Jade. So keep that in mind. And then the white dots, like I said, this isn't a misprint or a cover flaw in any way. This is actually, it's supposed to represent snow, which there are a few important, like, Christmas scenes / chapters in this book. So I wanted to kind of represent that, as well as the fact that that is one of the similarities that I've kept with the cover to Soul of Gang. So that's like that connection between the two, which I think that's pretty much it. I chose snow because, not only because of those chapters, but because it's a connection to Ava, who is Jade's and Paul's daughter, who you'll meet in this as a little girl, and then a solo gang that is Ava's story like 20 years later, but I'll get more to that later. The snow actually represents like Ava's birthday because she was born in January, kind of like myself. So that's why I kept it the same between the two books. So I think that's pretty much it. I just want to kind of go back over this really quick. I'm super in love with this. Oh, another difference that you can see between the two books is this one is shiny, because I went with a glossy cover for this one. And I actually decided to go with the matte cover on this, just to kind of see how it would look. Just because I wasn't too sure about how the background of the cover would look in that glossy. I have to say, I'm really in love with this decision, just because, like, there's no glare to it. And it does feel a little weird to me, probably because I'm not used to having matte cover books. Most of my books are glossy covered, I think. You can see my bookcase back there. I have a lot of books, so, or they're hardcovers and they're not really, you know, made to be matte, but that's why I decided to go with this. I think it turned out really good. So, yay. Alright, so before I wrap this up, just a few more little information tidbits, whatnot. I do have a release date for a Heart of Gang, And like I said, you can pre-order it through Amazon right now. I do have a link on all my social medias. If you go, I know like on Instagram, if you go to my profile and I have like my Linktree link in my bio, there is a pre-order link for A Heart of Gang, like right at the top. You have until January 24th, 2021 to pre-order your book. I chose that because it's technically the day before Ava's birthday, which is the 25th of January. And it's actually 5 days before mine. So I get to celebrate my book and celebrate my birthday in the same week. So I'm super excited for that. I love it. I do have a little note card that I've been reading off, so bear with me. I'm like, all over the place. I will be doing a live on Instagram, like a Q&A kind of thing, the day before the book is released, so that would be January 23rd. I will have more details on that closer to the date. Just, I'm still working things out, obviously. I have to work around my work schedule and whatnot, but I think that's it, guys. Yay, oh my gosh. I'm like, can I just release it now? But I have to learn patience. I can't wait until you guys can read my book and tell me what you think. If you fall in love with any of my characters, or if there's, people who, characters who make you want to rip your hair out. I can't wait to hear all of your guys' thoughts. So, all right. Well, I have to get going. But it was, man. I'm going to leave in a good mood. I hope you guys have a great day, great night. If you're, wherever you are in the world, stay safe. Know that someone out there loves you. And just make the best of your life. Bye, guys.